Well, it's about 4 p.m. here in Parksville on Vancouver Island where Myra and I live. I've just gone for a little stroll on my own. It was a bit rainy when I left the house, but it stopped. I'm just sitting on a piece of driftwood here next to the Salish Sea. There's something calming and relaxing about hearing the sound of the waves just coming in up against the shore. It's hard to believe there's so much turmoil in the world when I sit here in this quiet little place. Literally nobody around me. I was thinking as I was walking over here, is it possible for humanity to have one singular resolution for this year? And of course it's impossible. But perhaps most of us could agree to what Myra and I talked about earlier. Accepting other people's viewpoints, not casting judgment on people who disagree with what our beliefs are, and maintaining something we were both brought up with by our parents. Being kind. Seems we've lost a bit of that kindness, and Canadians, for the most part, in my travels around the world, have always been thought as the friendliest people, from the friendliest nation. And you know, friendliness and kindness, they kind of all get thrown into the nice same pot on the stove as love and warmth and caring. And there's nothing wrong with being like that. If you struggle to be that way, I feel for you. There's something in your past that's made you edgy, abrasive, gritty, and probably even angry. And maybe it's about time, if you've got those kind of moments of darkness, that you try and find some peace within yourself. In recovery terms, which is a lifestyle I live within, being a sober man now for 17 years, they call it closure. Once you have closure with something that haunts you, you tend to live the next moments and days and months and years of your life a lot happier, a lot more peaceful, and certainly with less anger and aggression. Just listen to those waves. There's nothing angry about them. Even when the storms are really violent here and we get some very intense winds, the waves are just doing what they're meant to do. They crash on the shore and then they drift back out to the sea and crash on the other side. I hope more harmony comes to the world and we realize what's important. Having someone to care for, being close to an individual, loving our family, perhaps modifying some of our habits, relying less on artificial sources of joy, which for me was very common for 20 years. Drugs and alcohol were always an easier way to medicate than perhaps the healthier things in life. Exercise, good diet, a positive outlook, even getting a proper amount of sleep. Many people don't realize life can be quite simple. We have a limited time on this earth. Make every day, every week, month, year, make it the best that it can be. As Myra's dad used to tell her, and she's passed it on to me, if you get into a situation, take the high road. And certainly don't lower yourself to the ignorance and anger that many people carry with them. So it's 2021. It's a weird number, really. But 2020 is in the past, and now let's all look forward to a great year. Again, a challenging one. Our global concerns are not going to disappear overnight, but each day will get better. And like the distant sky that I'm pointing at right now, they'll get brighter.